Early forms of research were conducted in fields like biology, chemistry, and physics and focused on to looking into things we could observe and even measure. But we have come a long way. Qualitative research is concerned with why people behave the way they do, how our opinions formed, how and why cultures have developed in the way they are. Now, before we dive into the topic, we must understand what qualitative data is first. But before we move ahead, let us discuss the agenda for today's session. We'll start this tutorial with a quick understanding of what is qualitative data. And then we'll understand what is the qualitative research method. And up next, we will discuss various methods using this qualitative method. And once we get familiar with what qualitative data is and its various methods, let us discuss some advantages of qualitative research method. And finally, we'll wrap up this session by discussing some disadvantages of qualitative research method. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed already, consider getting subscribed to our channel Simplilearn to stay updated with all the latest tech content. And hit that bell icon to never miss an update from us. Now, generally we categorize data into qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods. Now, qualitative data focuses on text and description, whereas quantitative data focuses on numbers and statistics, which can be called hard data. But the mixed method combines elements of both quantitative as well as the qualitative data. Now, qualitative data is non-numeric information such as videos, notes, images, survey results, and text documents. In other words, the data cannot be measured or narrowed down with specific parameters. If it is not measurable, then how it is used? What are the different methods in it? Now, for that, we have to understand qualitative research is about. Now, qualitative research aims to understand ideas, opinions, or experiences by gathering and evaluating non-numerical data, such as text, video, or even audio. It is used to discover complex details about a topic or develop fresh research concepts. Now, data is the new oil. Things which are going to discover about qualitative research are all related to the data, right? So let me convey how Simplilearn can help you master it. Please check out the course on data analytics in collaboration with IBM with real life projects and business case studies. And also let us know, have you ever used any qualitative research methods? If yes, please mention in the comment section below where you have used it. Now, in general, we have 5 methods in qualitative research. First one is content analysis, and then we have discourse analysis. Next on the list, we have narrative analysis, and fourth on the list, we have grounded theory, and finally, we have thematic analysis. So let us now talk about them in detail one by one. Let us discuss about them in detail. Now, first we have content analysis. Now, this research method examines the presence of certain words, subjects, and text in videos, images, and audio files that are completely non-numeric. Now, this method is conducted to examine or get customer feedback about their experience and opinion on the brand. The method converts qualitative data into quantitative one and helps brands to make reliable conclusions. Now, the most popular application of content analysis nowadays is in the analyzing social media field. Now, you will be surprised by the broad range of content analysis software solutions today. They assist you in investigating nearly any sort of business, documents, unstructured text, emails, social media, conversations, comments, news, blogs, and much more. We can conduct analysis manually too by using tools like Lexalytics to identify communication patterns and create conceptual analysis, which is always advisable. Next, let us discuss what is discourse analysis. The study of written or spoken language with its social context is done using the research method, known as critical discourse analysis. It seeks to comprehend how language is applied in practical context. Now, discourse analysis will appropriately interpret languages in terms of any socio-political way. They are used in both primary as well as the secondary data. It can be used in newspapers, books, government documents, brochures, and advertisements as well. Now, it can be applied to oral language or any non-verbal form of communication. So, when to not use discourse analysis is the main question. Now, if your study is narrowly focused and if you're not concerned about the meaning of the language used, then it is the last choice. So, let us now move ahead and discuss what is narrative analysis is. Narrative is omnipresent. It is everywhere, but it depends on researchers on how to use the narrative to their advantage. Now, researchers employ narrative analysis to better understand how research participants create stories and narratives from their experiences. Hence, narrative analysis involves a second layer of interpretation. The research subject first use storytelling to analyze their own life. The researcher then analyzes how that narrative was put together. Now, the use of narratives in narrative research might be taken from journals, letters, dialogues, autobiographies, in-depth interviews, transcripts, focus group transcripts, and other various forms of narrative qualitative research. So researchers mostly use this analysis to write thesis papers on any narrative. Now, for instance, although it is human nature to construct stories and narratives, when analyzing one's own life, some data gathering techniques are better suited to your research participant's self-narrative. Alright, let us now move ahead and discuss what is grounded theory analysis. Now, a qualitative approach called grounded theory is meant to aid in developing new hypotheses and inferences. Now, researchers use any preferred data collection method and then evaluate the data to develop concepts. Now, they develop theories by contrasting these ideas. So, they keep going until they hit sample saturation, after which no further data will cause them to revise their theory. Then they present the concluding hypothesis. It enables you to investigate a specific occurrence or process and develop new hypotheses founded on gathering and examining empirical facts. So the human resource department often uses it to collect data from employees about what a company lacks. So they might study why employees are facing certain issues in that segment. And finally, we have the thematic analysis. Studying meaning patterns is what thematic analysis is all about. In other words, it involves looking at your data and its dataset's theme to find significance of it. More significantly, because your research questions guide this method, you don't need to find every theme in the data. In thematic analysis, you will use quotes. So they basically concentrate on the important components connected to your research questions. Researchers may use any desired method of data collecting, and then they will analyze the data to create concepts. By opposing these notions, they create theories. So it is a good approach when you want people to review a brand, knowledge and experience from a data set. So there are two types of it, which is inductive approach and deductive approach. The steps involved are: step 1 is familiarization. It is used to get to know the data. Now the second step is coding. Next step is to code the data, say it about the perception of the brand among, let's say, 100 customers. And finally, we have to generate a theme. So we look over the codes we have and then identify patterns among them. So that was all about the various methods that are used in qualitative research. I hope you've understood this. Now, every process comes with both advantages and disadvantages. Now, coming to advantages of qualitative research, first, we have room for more research. It changes the customer's attitude towards the company as engagement increases by conducting more research on customer experiences. Now, it is a very flexible approach. If useful information has been collected, researchers can immediately change the method, or any other room for improvement is always available in qualitative research. It is also very cost effective as it is a straightforward method, but information is collected from every customer. It also adds that it saves money and produces faster results. Now it acts as a content generator as well. So what do you mean by content generator here? We have discussed how we collect socio-economic data using qualitative research. So this raw data is then turned into useful information to create valuable content. It also provides perceptions that are specific to an organization. Modern brands can use qualitative approaches generally to a specific project. For example, you can conduct research on clothing brand with 1,000 participants or so. Now, what are the disadvantages of qualitative research? First one is obviously loss of data. Now, this is a serious problem one faces during the qualitative approach. Now, data must be collected and recognized initially by the researchers. Researchers who cannot see the data when they observe it will lose the required data, which lessens the accuracy. It can be affected by bias. Now, you might have heard about fake news most frequently, right? So this term addresses the bias that can be present in media reporting and can be consciously or subconsciously affect the data. It can be time consuming as well. Researchers take longer to acquire data since they go in many directions. It also takes time to sort through all of the additional information as well. So every data point is analyzed subjectively and hence its value is never certain, which can be a lot of time consuming process. Now sometimes it can create questionable results because it depends on the individual. The researcher determines what is included in the qualitative research, processed and what is eliminated. Because of this, the data collection procedure is quite subjective. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of qualitative research. And with that, we've come to the end of today's session. And here is a reminder to check out the data analytics course on our channel. We will leave the link in the description below. So that was all about qualitative research in a nutshell. I hope you found this video and tutorial informative and interesting. In case of any queries, please feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and a team of experts will be more than happy to help resolve all your queries at the earliest. Also, make sure to leave us a like and make sure to share it with your friends. Until next time, thank you and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.